Body magnetism. Most spoons balanced on the body. Record holder, Edibar Elchiev, Georgia. Imagine a man standing shirtless, while 50 metal spoons stick to his body like magnets. No glue, no tricks, just skin, sweat, and strange talent. Edibar claims to have a natural magnetic field, but scientists say it's skin tension and a bit of oil. Still, the guy turned himself into a human fridge door. The hardest part? Staying perfectly still while the judges count every spoon. It's one of those records that makes you think, is this genius or just extremely niche? Powerful head. Longest distance walked with a hammer balanced on the head. Record holder, John Evans, UK. This British man balanced a 6-kilogram hammer on his bald head and walked over 100 meters without dropping it. John Evans is famous for balancing bikes, bricks, even cars on his head. His neck, built like a tree trunk. He trained for decades, mastering body control down to each breath. This isn't just balance, it's calm under pressure, with a tool that could knock you out. Oh, and he's done it all for charity, turning his bizarre talent into a lifetime mission. Ducks, largest collection of rubber ducks. Record holder, Charlotte Lee, United States. What started as one cute bath toy turned into a rubber duck empire. Charlotte Lee owns over 9,000 rubber ducks. And no duplicates. Ducks in costumes, superheroes, zombies, astronauts, sushi chefs. Her entire home is like a plastic poultry paradise. She's cataloged each duck, insured the collection, and even gives public tours. Why ducks? She says they bring joy, and each one is like a little friend. The rarest ducks in her collection are worth hundreds of dollars. Belching, loudest burp. Record holder, Paul Hunn, UK. You know that guy at the party who burps too loud? Paul Hunn is that guy, but turned professional. His burp hit 112.4 decibels. That's louder than a jackhammer or a rock concert. He says he's trained his diaphragm like a singer, but for, well, burping. Before breaking the record, he chugs soda and air like a burping gladiator. No microphone, no amplification, just raw gas power. Nails. Longest fingernails on one hand. Record holder, Sridhar Chilal, India. One day in 1952, a 14-year-old boy broke a nail. His teacher scolded him, so he made a decision, never cut his nails again. Fast forward 66 years, his nails are longer than a bus. They curl like vines, thick and brown, with ridges from decades of growth. He couldn't sleep properly, use his hand, or even shake hands. Eventually, they were cut and displayed in a museum. Sridhar said, "It was my life's work. Now it belongs to history." Worms. Most live worms eaten in 30 seconds. Record holder, Ken Edwards, UK. Imagine sitting at a table with a stopwatch and a plate full of wriggling live worms. No seasoning, no sauce, just wiggly protein. Ken Edwards from the UK swallowed 36 live worms in just 30 seconds. That's more than one per second, and yes, they were still moving. Why? Ken called himself an entertainer, but many saw it as a mix of bravery, insanity, and iron stomach. After the record, he said, "They taste earthy and chewy." Experts warned, don't try this at home. Some worms can carry parasites. But for Ken, it was just another day in the world of bizarre records. Bubble. Longest soap bubble blown with a tarantula in the mouth. Record holder, Dinesh Shivnath Upadhyaya, India. Yes, you read that right. Dinesh not only held a live tarantula in his mouth, he blew a soap bubble with it inside. Why? He says he wants to push the limits of what's possible with the human body and mind. The bubble was almost 7 inches wide, all while the tarantula sat on his tongue. No bites, no panic, just deep Zen-like concentration. One wrong breath, and the tarantula might crawl deeper in. It's one of those records that makes you go, but why though? Blocks. Most concrete blocks broken on the body while lying on a bed of nails. Record holder, Vispi Karate, India. You're lying on a bed of nails. Okay. Already crazy. Then someone stacks concrete blocks on your stomach and smashes them with a sledgehammer. Not once, not twice, 50 times. Visby Karate turned this into an art, a blend of martial arts, meditation, and madness. The trick isn't just pain resistance. It's about body positioning, breath control, and timing. Too early, and the nails pierce. Too late, the blocks crush your ribs. The audience? Screaming, filming, some hiding behind hands. But for Visby, this is a lifestyle of testing limits, both mental and physical. The king of cats. Most cats owned by one person. Record holder, Jack Wright, USA. Picture a modest suburban house filled with nearly 700 cats. The smell? Unimaginable. The sound? Like a never-ending opera of meows. The owner claimed he couldn't bear seeing stray cats suffer, so he kept taking them in. But over time, it spiraled out of control. Authorities were called in after neighbors complained about noise, smell, and fur flying everywhere. It became one of the most famous animal hoarding cases in Guinness history. Most cats were eventually rehomed, and the record still stands, though not celebrated by Guinness anymore for ethical reasons. A cube underwater. Longest time spent solving Rubik's Cubes underwater. E-cord holder, Anthony Brooks, USA. You know how hard it is to solve one Rubik's Cube. Now imagine doing 25 of them. Underwater, in one breath. Anthony trained for months, combining apnea diving with cube solving. He even practiced mental cube solving on dry land, closing his eyes and simulating movements. The hardest part? It's not just breath holding. It's staying calm while your lungs scream for air and your brain tries to solve a puzzle. He emerged from the water red-faced, exhausted but triumphant. A record broken by pure discipline. Quick nose, fastest nose typing. Record holder, Khurshid Hussain, India. Some people type 100 words per minute with their fingers. Khurshid, he does it with his nose. 103 characters in the 60 seconds, with 0 typos, and 0 hands. No special keyboard, no hacks, just a lot of neck control and determination. He trained for weeks to build precision, and said he wanted to prove that limits are made to be broken. Long tongue. Longest tongue, 10 centimeters. Record holder, Nick Stobrel, USA. Nick's tongue is longer than an iPhone. He can lick his own elbow, eye socket, maybe even your problems. But it gets better. He's also an artist. He paints portraits using his tongue as a brush. His Insta is full of weirdly hypnotic tongue art, and people can't look away. Strong nostrils. Heaviest weight lifted by nostrils. Record holder, Antanas Kontrimas, Lithuania. Yes, this man lifted over 130 pounds with his nose. A metal hook, a strap, and a whole lot of inner peace. He says it's about breath control, strength, and not sneezing. Honestly, this is like powerlifting meets extreme sinus pressure. Super frog. Loudest frog. Record holder, Latoria chloris, Australia. This tiny frog can outshout a vacuum cleaner. The Latoria chloris can scream at 96 decibels to attract a mate. It's the loudest amphibian on Earth. Basically, nature's version of "Notice Me, Senpai." Chewing gum. Largest bubblegum bubble. Record holder, Chad Fell, USA. No hands. Just one massive breath. Chad blew a bubble that was bigger than his own head. 20 inches wide. He says it's all about jaw strength, patience, and the right gum combo. Bubblegum brands even started sponsoring him after this.